Got a different tuning for this. I like my songs, but I'm sorry. This is too much. Anybody ever heard my private jet story? So I was playing a show in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I was in DC. And I normally don't fly the day of a show, but I had to be in DC for this event, and flew to Charlotte. I went to Reagan Airport, which used to be National Airport. And so I get on the plane and it's chaos and everybody's out there. And nobody's getting on the flight. So we wait for hours and hours and hoping the flight was just being delayed because it was a weather thing. And all of a sudden, but there wasn't snow or rain or anything, it just was odd. And all of a sudden, all the flights got canceled. And I had this show in Charlotte, and I'm thinking to myself, what do I do? And the only thing I came up with was to hire a private jet. Now mind you, the private jet cost a lot more money than I was making in Charlotte that night. So I'm thinking that, you know, this private jet's the kind of plane that Jay-Z flies on in the video, because it costs so much. And I get to the plane, and it's more like the plane that Snoopy was flying in the cartoon. And so these gentlemen met me at the plane and asked me for a little bit of help with the propeller. And they handed me some goggles and a scarf.
Oh gosh.
And I was like, where's the leather hat? I get on the plane and it's shaking. And it's just doing this wee, 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 wee. And I'm thinking, you know, all these guys were in music, were in planes, and I'm saying, there's something going on here. Maybe Charlotte will be fine if I don't get there tonight. And so, you know, it's shaking, and the two guys flying the plane are up there. I think one of them a pilot and one of them not. And one of the guys looks at the other one, he had a deep southern accent, and says, hey man, are you sure we got enough fuel? And so I'm like, hold on, let's stop the plane. And then they pretended like they didn't hear anything when they had the and they kept on going, and it was like an old plane where it went up like 3 feet in the air and then stopped, and then came back up like 6 and then went down. And barely cleared the trees, and I fall asleep usually when I fly up. And reached the 10,000 feet when the people in the airline and the stewardess says, ding, 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 we've reached 10,000 feet. But this plane did not reach 10,000 feet. And there was no technology for ding, ding, dings. And so I get in there and I'm sleeping. So I'm sleeping most of the flight, and this guy comes up and he shakes me. And he's like, hey man. I'm like, what's going on? And he said, oh no, I just wanted to see if you need anything. I'm like, shouldn't you be flying the plane right now? He says, no man, we got an app for that.
Oh god.
It's like, it's between me and you, I don't have a pilot's license. And my friend got his online.
Oh gosh.
I said, in that case, let me have like a double shot of bourbon. And of course, I'm on the only private jet in the history of private jets that doesn't have any alcohol. And I have no companionship, so there's none of this Mile High Club that I hear about. And the plane didn't go in Mile High, so it would have been a 900-foot club. But I was thinking, what can I have that's bad for you? And no excuse, no offense to to Atlanta, but I said Coca-Cola. And I said, I'm gonna have a Coca-Cola, please. And he comes back, he says, I got a Coke. And he comes back with the generic can and it just says cola on it. And some chips, it just said barbecue chips. And I'm thinking, if this is my last flight, I clearly did something wrong. And I see the lights of Charleston in the distance. And I said, oh, Hail Mary, full of grace, Lord. I'm not Catholic, but I knew that. My grandmother was, so I knew what to say. And at that point, the plane started shaking and going left and right, and we're like descending on the runway here. And there's no way that I'm feeling we can land straight because we're going left and right, left and right, and we're going down fast. And miraculously, the pilot pulls up the plane and it lands. And it starts to pull around, and I was like, man, I was worried about that. And he looks back at me and he said, hey man, me too. I was like, give me the fuck off this plane. And so I know you're supposed to tip. And the guy comes and says, hey man, I just gotta ask you one thing. Man, I wish I could tip you, but I'm broke now. He said, no, I just want an autograph. So I just love the movies you've been playing in. So I signed Clark Gable, and that's my origin story.